Okay, so this is my second video I'm filming today. I'm getting these shits right out because I'm already down here and it's hot as fuck. And so it's like, let's get this shit out the way. What is this? Because y'all, I had this Vaseline down here, but I think my sister took it when she packed all her stuff up. This smells good. What is this? I'm about to take this. No, this smells really good. This smells like a Bath and Body Works perfume or something. Maybe it's like a cream. I'm gonna put a little bit on my lips, cause my lips is a little dry, especially since I made a video before there. You know, then it's hot outside. You know when you be hot outside and the shit at your lips just be building up, so you gotta wipe it and wipe your sweat and shit. Like, oh my god, that is definitely not for your lips though. I literally could feel it like a little sticky on me, but hey, it's okay. But how?
Did you know that if you drink water every day, you eat right, you exercise, you get a good night's sleep every night, you pray to God, you still gonna die? Go on, eat some bullshit, bro.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, being here, being you. There's only one of you here. Please be your best self. And thank you for sharing your time with me, for watching this video, and being a part of my dream and my journey. So, today we are talking about American Horror Story, Season 10. If you haven't watched Season 10, you should watch it. There's a lot. Allegedly. Everything in here is alleged and for entertainment purposes. It's not even real. This is not even true. Literally, we just geek here. But there's a lot of things in there that they are telling you about the history of America. Well, the world, really. So let's get into it. It's my type of thing, baby. It confirmed a lot of conspiracy theories, and still people are gonna say, oh, this is just TV, this is just da-da-da, but nah. Let's get into it, okay? This also, I don't really care for American Horror Story as a series, just because it's very much white people shit. Like, it's very much white people shit. Now I'm watching it and now I'm pissed off because what the fuck is going on? And I remember my sister, when I was younger, my older sister, we have an 8-year gap, right? So there was things that she was allowed to watch that I couldn't watch. But sometimes I would watch those things with her. I was like, should I even say this? But we're grown as fuck now. We're not gonna get in trouble. But there's some things that I would like just walk in on her watching and be like, oh, can I watch this with you? And she would be like, yeah. One of the things one year was American Horror Story, and I believe it was the one with Madam, what's that lady's name, in New Orleans, who treated her slaves like poorly. I forgot what season that was. It had like Angela Bassett in it, and they was like cutting off the man's penis and stuff. Bruh, I don't even remember how old I was, but I think I was like a teen, maybe 12, 13, 14. I don't even know for real. But I remember watching it with my sister, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch watching? And I was so scared, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never watching that again. But that's what American Horror Story gives, right? Like, it's literally in the name, but it has a lot of creepy stuff in it, and that's why, me personally, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. But me and my friends, we be talking, you know, we get deeper and deeper. And, you know, a lot of things always go back to how did we end up where we are, right? So, I watched Season 10 because Season 10 tells us. Y'all, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Why, as a father... Okay, wait. Let me tell y'all the backstory, okay? So, this family is a dad, a mom that is pregnant, and then they have a little girl. And they moved to Providence, Massachusetts. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they moved there because the dad has to he has like a writing career. He's a screenwriter. He wants to write for Hollywood. He wants to write TV shows and all that stuff. And the mom is like a decorator, a house decorator. So they moved there basically because of their jobs. But this is some creepy ass town, right? There's like these vampires and things that eat like these animals and stuff. And they're like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, this shit is creepy as hell. And they're trying to eat them, right? But then the dad decides to go to this bar. And at this bar, there's 2 other screenwriters and an author. Well, there's one like screenwriter and one author, but they're both writers, right? And they give him this pill. And they're like, if you take this pill, like, do you want to be the next best thing in Hollywood? Like y'all see the correlation? Like, this shit be going on in real life, but like, same shit. Like, You want to be the next best thing in Hollywood? Do you want to continue writing stories and nobody gets to read them? So he's thinking about it and he's like, no, like, what is this pill gonna do to me? And of course they don't tell him what it's really gonna do, but he takes the pill. So he's like, okay, yes, I want to be the next best writer. And then obviously his agent is calling him like, if this is not the next best thing, like, we're gonna have to drop you and you're gonna be fucking Barack. Okay, all white people, okay, you're gonna be fucking Barack. I need the next best, like so he takes the pill. Obviously it works. It gets him creative, it gets him flowing, he's writing. Comes up with the next big screen thing, and of course that shit goes to his ego, right? He's like, oh, I need my pills, I'm the greatest, I have talent. And then this whole time his daughter is a violin player who has talent as well, and his wife, they start going in on the wife, mind you, and the little girl is going in on her mother as well. And they're like, you have no talent, like da. Because this man is feeling himself, because his thing, he's like, oh, they want me to get on Netflix, they're already sending me all this money, I'm gonna be the next best thing, my agent just called, it's a go or whatever, boom. But this pill that he took makes you crave blood to drink and eat, right? So obviously you take the pill, everything's going all good, you're up and stuff, and you're like doing everything, but then you start craving that, and apparently you could like smell it through people's pores, you could smell it. But the reason why they crave blood is because the pill that they take makes them deficient in something within themselves, which obviously they have to get from blood. So, and if you're not talented and you take that pill, you end up turning into a zombie that eats animals. If you're talented and you take that pill, then you just have to eat people, basically, and drink people's blood. And then you just continue taking the pills and you continue writing all these awesome things, right? Okay, so that's the main backstory. Obviously with American Horror Story, there's like 10 other potholes and twists and all that stuff, but let me just start there to say, right, he took this pill, he's writing, his daughter's like, I need to take that pill, mind you, 9-year-old girl, by the way. She's like, I need to be this next big thing, and she's practicing this violin thing like a piece of music, and there's this one part that she cannot get. So she's like, Daddy, I need to take that pill, can I take that pill too? But mind you, right, the pill makes you eat blood, right? And nobody knows that he's doing this, because obviously this was still him in the first few days of taking this pill. So obviously he tells her like, no, you're already talented, just keep practicing. Of course the girl goes in the bag, gets the pill, and she takes one. But that's not even the kicker. The kicker is they find out that the girl took the pill, and the dad just let her keep taking them, and the dad supplied her blood of people. CPS. Like, that part pissed me off the most. Because what do you mean you're just condoning your daughter to continue to take this? And then mind you, this daughter and his agent, okay, the writer's agent, they're literally convincing this man to let her keep taking it, because once again, they're all in this ego fest, and they're all just like, but Daddy, I'm the greatest, but Daddy, I can do it now, but Daddy, And the people that he got the pill from, right, the 2 writers before told him like, your daughter cannot take that pill, like, this is a problem, stop letting her take it. All at the same time they're trying to kill the man and all that stuff, because problems pop up and all that stuff. Y'all, I was just like, this is some white people shit. Like, simple as that. I almost turned it off. I was like, this is some white people shit. Some white people shit. And then the Asian, she's like, okay, well, I need to get my hands on these pills, because obviously she wants to make money, so she wants to give it to a bunch of people in Hollywood, which they succeed at, by the way. Her and the person that made the pills, and the person that made the pills originally made the pills because she was like a biochemist, and somebody paid her to come up with this pill or something, right? So she had made the pill and she was giving it to people. This biochemist who was a black woman, by the way. And she's giving this pill just to people just to see, you know, it's an experiment. So she has the people come back and tell them like how they're feeling and all that stuff. But yeah, so the Asian is like, I had to connect with her so that we can get all these people in Hollywood. I can make money, she can make money, and then obviously the person can make the money, right? And they succeed at that. And they honestly encouraged this little girl to do all her, mind you, this little girl had killed people. Okay, she killed the sheriff. They just let her get away with it. When her mom had the baby, right, she was drinking the baby's blood out the foot. And then she convinced her mama to take the pill because they knew that she wasn't talented at what she does, right? So they made the mom take the pill so that she could die, basically. The daughter, by the way, the daughter and the agent was in on it, not the dad. But the daughter, the 9-year-old, yeah. Right. And she's just like, you know, mommy, you're not talented. That's why you don't want... Like, this girl is really conniving as fuck. Like, I would have decked that little bitch. Like, get the fuck out my motherfucking... But she convinced her mom and she was like, mommy, take the pill. Like, you should take the pill. Y'all, I honestly don't know what that was, but I'm a little sticky now. But yeah, she's like, mommy, take the pill, take the pill, take the pill. So the mom takes the pill, she turns into a zombie, and they end up like letting her out, and she's just out there now, and she's not even a real person. And also the daughter did kill her own dad. She bit him, and yeah, because the dad honestly didn't want to do it anymore. He was like, we're gonna go back to living a normal life. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I already got my Netflix special. We're good. Like, and the daughter, well, the Asian made the daughter like kill him. Like, they was all in on it, you know. And so yeah. And then the second half of the season goes into like the history behind like JFK, aliens, alien hybrids with humans, our technology and all that stuff, right? That's not really too much of a backstory. That's literally just history, and we'll get into it because the second half was basically like a bunch of conspiracy theories literally just confirmed, allegedly, in the show. So now let's get into the conspiracies, right? Everything that happened with that girl and her daughter is literally how things work in the industry, right? If you want to get out, they tell you no, they kill you, right? If you want to get in, they tell you, oh, you have to sell your soul, you have to do this, right? In this case, they took a pill. Sometimes they do other things out here. But in this case, they took a pill. So it's the same thing, right? You want to be in, you got to do something. You want to get out, that's not possible, boo. Sorry, you know too much, you know? And for me personally, I liked watching that because I already be knowing all this stuff, okay? I have a bunch of videos on my channel that's talking about this stuff. But I just think that it's very funny how they literally just put this stuff in our face. And people still think that this is entertainment. All the entertainment that you watch literally has so many secrets in there that is real. But they put it in your face as entertainment so that you don't think it's real. Right, you're letting go a whole nother person brainwash you. Exactly. Couldn't be me. I watch entertainment and I get to peep and shit. And I mean, So yeah, but I love how they put that into a whole season because that's literally how it works. You know, you want to be the next best thing, you gotta write me something that's nobody ever seen before. And you know, they try to make it seem like you have to unlock this whole new key of stuff to be able to get up there with the big dogs and all that stuff. But the whole time, like, what are you really sacrificing all that for? Like, yeah, you have your stuff in Hollywood and stuff, but what are you truly, at what cost? You know, the man lost his wife, lost his life. Like, was it really worth that? You know, and the moment things seem worth it and stuff, and especially to a lot of these industry people, and some of these industry people say it like they didn't know what they get themselves into. They just know that they want fame. They just know that they want to do what they love. They just know that they want to be the best. And I think that's the other thing too, because a lot of times we're all like striving, or some people are striving to be the best. Like, I just want to be the best person, the GOAT, da-da-da. But sometimes being the best person in the GOAT comes at a price, because we're not really made to low-key be better than each other. Like, if you have a gift, you have a gift, and obviously you're going to be good at that because that's your gift, and that's you being your best you. That does not mean that you are better than everybody else, or that, like, you know, you're the best of everybody, you're the queen or the king. Like, No, because we're all the same. We're all on the same God type of level, so we're all the best. But when you really, truly, truly want to be like the best standing on your own, like obviously that's going to come at a cost, because you have to do things that other people are not gonna do. Because once like, it makes sense. I feel like I don't have to keep going deep into like why, but it just makes sense if you think, if like, it's common sense. So yeah. And but the second part that I really, really, really want to get into is the fact that our president made a deal with aliens, all for technology. Yeah. So why is this world fucked up? A president made a treaty with aliens, and he decided, right, they go to Area 51, and they're also in the tunnels underground. If you read the Epstein files, he made a treaty with them. He said, we'll give you humans that you can experiment on to have half alien, half human babies, because the aliens need their race to be saved. They don't give a damn about humans. And honestly, I don't blame them, because their reason is y'all don't deserve Earth because y'all don't treat Earth as it should be treated. You're right. You're right. Like all this global warming and shit, AI data centers and shit. They're right. They're right. So the president said, okay, and they said, in exchange, we're going to give you all this technology, which we have now. Phones, computers, AI. Y'all. Once again, the way that like they put this shit in our face. But I think the biggest takeaway from all that is that, a lot of times, especially with these Epstein files and stuff like that, you kind of ask yourself, how can somebody do that to a kid or a baby? Or how can somebody really sit here and drink people's blood and do these rituals, right? Because these people are not human. These people are half aliens. See, these people are reptilians. And in this season, they get into both of those. They also get into reptilians, and how reptilians literally blend in as humans and live among this earth with us. Now, once again, I've known this for years. But the fact that this season just came out in like 2021, and the Epstein files have come out, and the way that we're still not in an uproar, rioting, setting shit on fire, getting to these people's houses, kind of showing them some shit, you know what I'm saying? It kind of baffles me, because there's no way that like, and I know American Horror Story has a huge audience, because I know people talk about that show all the time, how good it is, the stories are, how crazy it is, right? So the fact that I know millions of people watch that season, and millions of people have seen these Epstein files, and we're still not upset, is honestly a problem for me. I'm upset, but it's a problem for me. These people are literally pulling one over on you, and these people got you praying to their gods, serving their money, having you thinking like, oh, you gotta work hard and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. Whole time they're literally they're not humans, and they're not, I'm not gonna say not of this earth, because obviously they're here, they come through here through portals and all that stuff. But, they're not even humans. They're literally aliens and reptilians, and they're trying to tell you that you have to do this and that, and they're trying to set rules on our society and stuff so that we continue to be what they want, right? Wake up, people. When are we going to wake up? I know more and more people are waking up, though. Proud of us, but the rest of y'all, is y'all on y'all way, or what the fuck? So, yeah. That season was just very, very telling. I'm watching the one with Kim Kardashian right now, because that one gets into sacrifices within the industry, right? Because you got to sacrifice that firstborn child. And what they do with that child. Read them files. If you can't read, learn. What the fuck? But yeah, I just think that all of that is crazy, just because a lot of us are literally living by the system, and a lot of us are still giving into the system, even though they are pulling prices up on y'all, even though they are pulling prices up, groceries and everything, but they still are convincing you gotta work a 9 to 5, and well, not a 9 to 5. Let me not say that, because there's nothing wrong with working 9 to 5. But they're still, you know, convincing you like the 40-hour work week is okay, and they're not paying people more. Like, it's all a problem. But when you go back to like this history of things, it kind of makes sense. And us as a people, we don't do nothing. We're weak as fuck. Y'all are weak. Y'all are the thing between my legs. Facts is facts. Nobody wants to get up and like fight and stuff, you know, or some people get scared by this stuff, which is understandable. But these people are gonna keep doing what they want to do, you know. And we will sit here, and especially other countries with the royal families and stuff, they, you know, they got the queens and they bow to the queen and all that stuff. That shit is not real. Them people is aliens. Like, them people is aliens. And I honestly think that those type of aliens and reptilians blend as white people instead of black people. Don't get me wrong, I know there's definitely some of them that is shape-shifting as black people, and you know, I definitely know that. But most of them, when they choose a vessel, they choose white. If that don't tell y'all something, I don't know. Because then you got like the other aliens who, when people see them and describe them, they describe them as like a really tall black person, and they're just black, but they're darker. Like, they're not like brown, they're like actual black or purple. Like, you had those aliens as well, but then you also had these aliens and reptilians that is white people. Like, this world just has so much like y'all, it's crazy. But yeah, that season was freaking crazy. But it was really some white people shit, especially with the daughter. I'm sorry. And then with the mom, like, but if you could get past that and just watch that second half, y'all, that second half is really where the secrets are. It tells you about how JFK's driver killed JFK, and it even shows the first ladies of the White House and stuff, and how even the first ladies are in on a lot of this stuff. And they have, like, you know, each first lady has this project. Speaking of, what was Melania Trump's project? Because y'all doing all this ICE and shit. Ain't she an immigrant? Maybe she should do something to combat it. Like, I'm confused. But yeah, it even goes into the first lady. It even goes into them killing Marilyn Monroe. It goes into all of that. And it even goes into how, like, one of the first ladies, I believe Eisenhower's wife, I think the aliens actually overtook her to get Eisenhower to do what they wanted. Like, it goes so deep into all of that stuff, and it goes deep into the experimentations and how they literally have the experimentations going on underneath the White House. Y'all, watch that season and watch it with a Hotep, you know, hat on, like a tinfoil hat on, please. And if you watched it once and you didn't peep none of that stuff, or you just thought it was entertainment, watch it again with those other lenses on. I'm telling y'all. And a lot of this stuff really is confirmed. If you do a deep dive for it online, it is confirmed that a lot of stuff didn't happen. They lie. And even in this one of the last episodes, there was like, you know, how are we gonna continue doing this for like the next 50 years or something is 50 years from now? And the person was like, we just keep coming up with scandals and distractions to distract the people so that we could continue doing what we're doing. Y'all, it's literally right there. One of the biggest shows on television is telling you. So yeah, if you already watched the season though, connect with me. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you think it's real. Even if you don't think it's real, it's all cool and fine. It's not meant for everybody to think it's real and stuff. You know, we are all individuals. It's all cool. But just let me know your thoughts on it. It honestly was not a bad season at all. Some American Horror Story seasons I honestly couldn't get into because I honestly a couple years ago, like with COVID and everything, when I had more time, I tried to like watch it from like season 1 all the way up, but I was like, I really can't do it. Like, the only season I watched full out was the COVID one. I think that was season 3, and even that one was crazy. You know, she killing people but just with her boom boom mood though, you feel me? Like But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. That show was just very weird. I tried watching like first season to second to third to fourth, but I can't do it. I can't. It's too much going on. But I know a lot of people do enjoy that show. So hey, I am watching, like I said, the one with Kim Kardashian though. So we'll see how that one is. But I'm watching Man on Fire before I finish that one. So I'm gonna come back here and review Man on Fire as well. So yeah, let me know. I don't know what network American Horror Story is on. I think maybe Fox. I'm not for sure, but a simple Google search will help you if you want to watch it. Okay, I love you guys. Continue being safe outside. Oh, let's continue having our necks on these. Wait. Let's continue having our butts on these people necks. Let's continue standing on business. You will rue this day. Yeah. When it comes to these government people, like, y'all, let's continue taking a stand. And yeah, because you be safe and responsible outside, and you know, be kind to people, all that good stuff. Spread love. I love you guys. Bye.